New York, New York is easily one of the most underrated Scorsese films of all time, but it's kind of riddled with problems. If any of you saw the documentary on Apple Plus, Mr. Scorsese, they have like a full 15, 20-minute interlude on this. They cover all the major Scorsese movies. It's honestly such a great 5-hour investment of your life. But New York, New York is Scorsese at his most cokey, one of the cokier projects. It's Scorsese really swinging for the fences here, swinging at the ball. It's Irwin Winkler at the height of his celebrity, you know, the producer of this movie, coming off of an Oscar win with Rocky, saying, we'll kind of give you a blank check. We love Taxi Driver. Scorsese is, you know, in the midst of a new marriage, getting addicted to coke, and finally getting the groove on his relationship with De Niro, to the effect of knowing that he can firmly experiment with him and try stuff out. This is the most experimental movie thus far. So now he's got like a giant opportunity in the form of big Hollywood sets. He's doing all this on like sound stages. I think that's the most interesting thing. Like when you think of Martin Scorsese, you think of Mean Streets, you think of Taxi Driver. These are movies about the city, in the city, lived in, grungy, urban sprawl, you know? But this movie is a salute to the classic musicals of the 30s, 40s, early 50s maybe, but I think he's mostly settling in on the 40s and using that as a contrast, you know, the big, amazing, epic sort of bright colors and artificiality of it, and then supplanting it or subverting it with fresh and modern, as the kids would call it today, realistic dialogue done through improvisation. And Scorsese in that documentary is saying like, well, it's the wrong kind of improvisation, the right kind, which I don't fully agree with. Improvisation should be done in rehearsal, you know, before time, so they know what the scene is gonna be. But they were actually doing full improv. They were just figuring it out as they go. Robert De Niro breaks a window. They have to reshoot that a bajillion times because they're like, I like that, and so they have to replace the window with sugar glass so that De Niro can break it every time. Liza Minnelli's stressed out of her mind. She doesn't do the method. She doesn't really have an improv background. Robert De Niro can kind of get into the character kind of wholesale. It's chaotic, to say the least. And yet, what I find in that duality, in that dissonance, something about that dissonance is charming to me, even though it is imperfect. And you can kind of see the drama on and off screen sort of like oozing from it. Something about that somehow still feels special, there's a magic to that.